Good morning, children. Let's start with the another video of your chapter number 8, and that will be sources of business finance. Student, in the previous video we have discussed about certain topic from this chapter. I'm just going to give a quick review about all those topic and then we will start the new topic. Student, in this chapter we have discussed about that what is the meaning of business and what basically means the sources of business finance and what is business finance. So everybody know that business is basically a process or it is concerned with the production and distribution of goods and services for the satisfaction of needs of human society, but with the objective of getting profit, right? It means whenever any person is involved or indulged in the process of producing something or distributing that goods and services to the society so that their needs can be satisfied, and the objective behind doing all those things is to earn profit, that it will be called as a business, right? Now whenever we conduct any business or whenever any business is started, there is a requirement of money for that, right? Because to carry out the business activity, lots of money or lots of expenditures need to be done, and to fill out these expenditures we required money, right? So to carry out the activity of business we required money, and that money which is indulged for carrying out the business activity is called as business finance, right? So simple definition of business finance basically क्या है? The requirement of fund by business to carry out its various activity will be called as business finance. यानी business की वो requirement जिसके थ्रू वो अपनी बहुत सारी activities को conduct कराता है, उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? business finance बोलते हैं. Now no business can start without money. Everybody know about it. That is the reason we say that business play or money play a very important role in business. It work as a lifeblood for any business. Now next thing we are going to read here is, we have already discussed about this, that what basically means the sources of business finance. The sources of business finance basically means that whenever any business is started, we require money to start that. Now it's not possible from the enterprise side to arrange that whole money from its own. He need to take out or arrange that money from some another way also, some another method also. So all those way by which a business enterprise can arrange or manage money or finance for its business is called as a sources of business finance. Like suppose if I am going to take loan from bank to start or to grow up my business, that taking loan from bank will be known as the source of business finance for my business. Suppose I am going to take loan from my neighborhood, so that will be called as sources of business finance. It means जहाँ से हम business के लिए finance को arrange करेंगे, that will be called as sources of business finance. Next we have done here is that when we talk about the need of finance in business, एक business में finance की need कितनी categories में divide होती है? So the financial need of a business are basically divided into two categories: the fixed capital requirement and the working capital requirement. We already done it, so I'm not going very deeply in that. Fixed capital requirement basically means which is way we are investing money for installing the fixed assets. And fixed assets हमारी क्या होती हैं? Land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, these all are called as fixed assets. When we are doing or when we require money for investment in the fixed asset, that money is called as fixed capital requirement, right? Now working capital requirement. Now working capital requirement means whenever any business is started, for carrying out the business we required certain day to day for conducting the certain day to day operation of a business, we required some small amount of money also, or some money for so that day to day operation can be conducted properly. So that requirement is called as working capital requirement. Now classification of sources of fund is there next. This we have already done. Table 8.1 I'm explaining you from here only, that sources of fund. It sources of fund basically means हम funds को business के लिए कहाँ से arrange कर सकते हैं. So these all different method, different way of arranging funds for a business is called as sources of fund. Now it can be classified into three parts. The first is on the basis of period, means when we are arranging funds according to the time basis, where time restrictions is there. On the basis of ownership, when we are going to arrange the funds keeping in mind कि funds किसका है, कहाँ से आया है, कौन उसका owner है. And next is on the basis of source of generation. Means when we should be going through that this fund has come from inside the business organization or fund has come from outside the business organization. So that will be called as sources of business fund. Now when we talk about the period basis, timing basis, the funds sources are divided into three parts: the long term, short term, and medium term. Long term fund basically means when we required funds in our business for more than 5 years, right? So that will be called as long term funds. When we require funds in our business for more than 1 year and less than 5 years, that will be called a fund of medium term. When we will require funds, or when we are managing of funds, when we are going through with that source of fund where we are getting fund for our business for less than 1 year of period, that will be called as short term of fund, right? Next is your on the basis of ownership basis. We divide fund into two part: the fund which is from owner fund मीन्स अगर हम ओनर्स का फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट यूज़ कर रहे हैं बिजनेस के फाइनेंशियल नीड को कंप्लीट करने के लिए, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज ओनर फंड्स. Next is borrowed fund. Borrowed fund means where we are borrowing the funds as a form of loan from outside, that will be called as borrowed fund. Now owner fund basically means a person who is a shareholder of a company, right? If he purchase more share of a company, and in that way what will be done, the funds will be arranged for companies, right? So or if there is any extra money or extra profit of a business which can be again reinvested into the business only, that will be again called as a owner fund. तो यानी जहाँ पे जो फंड बिजनेस का ओनर है वो अपने फंड को यूज़ कर रहा है, either that fund is his own fund or that fund is the profit of the business, again reinvesting it into the business, that will be called as owner fund. Borrowed fund means which we took from outside, जो हम लोन के थ्रू लेते हैं, like we can use debentures, we can use loan from bank, we can loan from financial institutions, public deposit, lease financing, commercial paper. These all are example of borrowed fund. Next is on the basis of source of generation. Source of generation basis means where we are dividing it on the basis that from where we are taking funds, from where we are arranging finance for our business. Either we are arranging the financial need of our business from business itself, or we have to go through outside the business for the need of finance. Now if we are managing the financial need of our business from inside the business only, that source will be called as internal source. If we need to go outside the business for maintaining the financial need of a business, that will be called as external source. Now there are lots of examples of these internal sources and external sources. We are going to read it or discuss it deeply, right? So that is all we have read: the period basis, ownership basis, and the sources of generation. So let's start today the first sources, and that will be retained earning. Now sources of business, the first source of business was retained earning. Now please see the chart here. The retained earning was the part of your लॉन्ग टर्म सोर्स ऑल्सो, यानी जो हम 5 साल से ज़्यादा के लिए फंड्स अरेंज करते हैं हम रिटेन अर्निंग के लिए थ्रू जा सकते हैं. इट इज़ ऑल्सो सोर्स ऑफ फंड ऑफ योर ओनर्स फंड, जहाँ पे ओनर्स अपने ही मनी को यूटिलाइज करता है फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ बिजनेस फाइनेंशियल नीड कंप्लीट करने के लिए. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दिस, राइट? एंड दिस इज़ ऑल्सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंटरनल सोर्सेज, जहाँ पे हम बिजनेस के अंदर से ही फाइनेंशियल नीड को कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं. तो दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज retained earning. Now let's see what is basically retained earning. So please go through with this. A company generally does not distribute all its earning amongst the shareholders as dividend. A portion of the net earning may be retained in the business for use in future. This is known as retained earning. It is a source of internal financing or self-financing or plugging back of profit. This is very important term here, plugging back of profit. The profit available for plugging back in an organization depend on how factors like net profit, dividend policy, and age of the organization. Now retained earning is basically what? Retained earning basically means whenever any enterprise or whenever any shareholders used to start any business, once that business has started and it gives some return to the shareholder, these returns or this profit is divided among different shareholders. But sometime what happened, they generally does not, they means the owner generally does not distribute all the earning, all the profit of a business एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड. इट मीन्स जब भी बिजनेस को प्रॉफिट मिलता है तो शेयर होल्डर्स के रेशियो के अकॉर्डिंग उस प्रॉफिट को डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है शेयर होल्डर्स में. लेकिन जनरली होता क्या है दैट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ अ बिजनेस इज नॉट डिवाइडेड completely. Suppose if a business get 1 crore of profit in a year, right, and they are 4 shareholders, so what will be the, अगर सबके शेयर होल्डर्स में शेयर्स में इन्वेस्टमेंट सिमिलर है तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस 25 lakh should be given to all the shareholders so that it will become 1 crore, right? But generally what happened that most of the company does not divide the whole proportion of profit, यानी पूरा proportion और पूरा portion of profit को divide नहीं करते हैं. They keep some amount as a safety of business also, and this amount they again reinvest in their business only for the grow of the business, for expanding of the business, for the grow of a business or for expanding of the business. So this amount is called as retained earning. This amount is called as retained earning. Like suppose I'll give an example here also. Like 1 crore profit we got in any business, A, B, C, D, 4 people are shareholders of that. So according to the distribution, if all of them have equally invested money into the business, all should be getting 25 lakh rupees, right? So that it come 1 crore is distributed equally to all the 4 partners. But if a business has a policy of not distributing all the profit among the shareholders, what they will do, they can divide that profit into 20% to all the shareholders. So 20% divide means they will be giving all the 4 shareholders 20 lakh, so it become 80 lakh, right? Now 20 lakh is remaining there in a business, that is also a part of profit. So what the shareholders and owner has decided that this 20 lakh they will retain in the business, so we can use that in futures whenever any financial need of a business will occur. So the money which is not divided among the shareholders, a profit money which is not divided among the shareholders as a form of dividend and kept in business only for the purpose of future use will be called as retained earning. I hope it's clear now. And retained earning is an internal source of फाइनेंस. इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ फाइनेंस बेसिकली मीन्स बिकॉज ये मनी बिजनेस के अंदर की ही है, ओनर्स की है, जिसको हम बिजनेस में ही यूज़ कर रहे हैं. दैट इज़ द रीज़न वी से दिस इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंटरनल सोर्स. दिस इज ऑल्सो वी कॉल दैस एज अ सेल्फ फाइनेंसिंग. सेल्फ फाइनेंसिंग बेसिकली मीन्स कौन फाइनेंस कर रहा है इसको, द ओनर्स आर फाइनेंसिंग इट. शेयर होल्डर्स आर द एक्चुअल और रियल ओनर ऑफ द बिजनेस. दे आर द वन हु आर इन्वेस्टिंग इट, हु आर प्लगिंग बैकिंग ऑफ देयर प्रॉफिट. This is another term. Plugging back of their profit means the profit which was get by the shareholders, they are again investing is, they are again reinvesting that profit into the business so that in future they can get more profit. So from here it should be clear to you that retained earning basically means the amount of dividend which is not divided into shareholders, which is kept for future purpose to be used or to complete the financial need of a business, right? Now let's see what are the different advantage of retained earning. Now the first advantage of retained earning means retained earning is a permanent source of fund available to an organization. Means retained earning, if we are going through with the policy of retained earning, अगर कोई भी business enterprise is following the policy of retained earning, so what will happen, every time in the future whenever the money is required, there will be certain amount which is going to be available in the business so that requirement can be completed. So this is a permanent source of funds. Next is it does not involve any explicit cost in the form of interest, dividend or flotation cost. Now we are not taking any amount as a form of loan from others. We are just using our own profit. We are plugging back our own profit to our business. We are reinvesting our money of profit to our business so that more profit can be get. Here we don't need to give any extra amount. तो एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट नहीं देना पड़ेगा, यानी एक्सप्लिक कॉस्ट, आपके एक्सपेंडिचर्स नहीं इंक्रीज होंगे. वी डोंट नीड टू गिव एनी इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट टू द शेयर होल्डर. जितना प्रॉफिट आएगा वो डिवाइड हो जाएगा, राइट? सो इसका एडवांटेज एक क्या होता है दैट देर इज़ नो एक्सप्लिक कॉस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट और डिविडेंड और फ्लोटेशन कॉस्ट. Next is as the fund are generated internally, there is a greater degree of operational freedom and flexibility. Now when we took loan from some outside for completing our financial need of a business, there is always certain restriction which was put it from the डेटर साइड जो हमें लोन देता है. लाइक दीज रिस्ट्रिक्शन कैन बी कि आपको इतने पर्टिकुलर पीरियड के बाद में मुझे लोन को वापस करना है, दिस इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट यू शुड बी पेइंग बैक टू मी, एंड लॉट्स ऑफ अदर थिंग ऑल्सो. यू शुड पुट सर्टेन एसेट्स इन एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ मॉर्गेज बिटवीन टू मी. So these are certain restrictions. But in case of retain earning में, retain earning basically means where we are getting a complete freedom. There is just a greater degree of operational freedom, flexibility, because the money belong to the owner. It's completely owner choice, the owner freedom, that how he want to use that money. Next is it enhances the capacity of business to absorb unexpected losses. Now, why the losses occurred into the business? So everybody know the losses occurred into the business because business used to work into a dynamic environment. Things used to change, and there are two factors, that is the internal factor and the external factors, which affect our business directly or indirectly, right? So in case sometime suddenly we require any finance, and if we don't have that finance, in that case, just because of this unexpected thing, the business need to face the losses. But in case any business is there who is following the policy of retain earning, who is always keeping certain money as a safe corners for using that in future purpose whenever it will be required, so in that case there will be no unexpected losses can be occurred with the business. Next is limitations.